Hi there, my name is JoJo Liebler and I'm a home improvement expert. And I'm here to help you prepare for the Associate Kitchen and Bath Designer exam with this interactive on-demand prep course. Now our goal is to help you learn as much as possible, have a little fun, and most importantly, pass the exam to earn your certification. You'll see videos of actual kitchens and bathrooms. You'll hear from certified designers who will share their expertise with you. And we've got some interactive questions and answers throughout each course. Throughout the series, we'll cover the 4 major content categories: planning and design, construction and mechanical systems, business management, and products and materials. Now we know there's a lot to learn, so let's get started. This is an introduction to kitchen design. We'll be focusing on the basics, familiarizing you with the terminology, what common materials cabinets are made with, how they're constructed, and their many different sizes. Yeah, probably sounds like a lot, but don't stress because we got you covered. At the end of this course, we'll be able to explain the difference between stock, semi-custom, custom, and millwork cabinetry. And you'll also be able to discuss the different types of cabinet construction for both framed and frameless cabinetry, and be able to identify cabinetry by standard industry nomenclature. This video also corresponds along with Chapter 1 of the Kitchen and Bath Product and Materials book. Now remember, you can pause this video at any time. Here we go. So here's the deal with cabinetry. It falls into 4 broad categories: stock, semi-custom, custom, and millwork cabinetry. Now you may be thinking, hey, they all look the same. What's the difference? Check it out. These are stock cabinets and they're built in incremental sizes, typically 5 to 10 centimeters or 3 inches. Now not all walls in every home or office are divisible by 3. So what happens if you have 2 inches of empty space left on a wall? What do? The answer is you use something called a filler. And you get a filler that's not just any color or material, it has to match your stock cabinets. And some materials are harder to match than others, such as natural hickory. The pros of ordering stock cabinets: they can be purchased at local home centers or ordered and delivered quickly, and they're the most affordable. Cons? Well, you got limited choices of wood and finishes, so don't be looking for stock units in something like zebra wood. That's where semi-custom cabinets come in as a fan favorite. You can order cabinet frames with fillers to fit your specific needs. Or, as the experts call it, extended style, right as you see here. Then no fillers needed, no mismatched wood. That is, if you measure correctly. Semi-custom are manufactured in the standard 3 inches. Pros: allows you to customize many modifications like fillers to meet your space needs. You'll have more material options than stock, but keep in mind, you may need extra time to have them made and sent, plus they cost more money. Then you have the custom cabinet option, often a top choice by designers with clients who have big budgets. Customs are expensive and do take time to make. All you need to know here is the obvious. They're custom made to your material and size needs, and of course following that standard 3-inch measurement. The Cadillac of cabinets, if you will, are millwork. Now, they tend to be top dollar cabinets. They also have a longer delivery time, but they are beautiful. They're just like custom cabinets. However, the millwork house may offer elaborately constructed pieces that are assembled prior to finishing and shipped in one entire piece. Plus, you can get fancy with moldings and unique panel designs. Wall cabinets are typically 12 inches deep and 30 inches high, but they can be found in other heights. Kitchen base cabinets have a nominal depth of 24 inches, but the heights vary based on how tall or short your client wants their countertops. The boxed-in area at the top is commonly referred to as a soffit, but depending on what state you're in, it can also be called a bulkhead or a fur-down. What's the standard measurement in inches that cabinets are constructed in? A, 3 inches, B, 4 inches, C, 5 inches. The answer is A, 3 inches. Good work. we begin part 2 of this course, where we'll review the 2 main types of kitchen cabinetry construction. The first and most popular in North America is framed construction, also known as face-framed construction. The second kind is without a frame. Any guesses what we call that? Hello? Anyone? That's right, frameless. Of course it's frameless. Now, they're more popular in other parts of the world, but they're available to us in the U.S. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of their terminology. The framed cabinet is made up of horizontal members called rails and vertical members called stiles. Center stiles and center rails will often separate drawers and door openings. Gussets or corner blocks will hold the cabinet square during cabinet construction and will add stability during shipment of the cabinets. Mounting rails are used to anchor the cabinets to the walls with screws. Frameless cabinets maintain their strength in the construction of the sides, top, and bottom of the box. Cross members replace solid tops found in the wall cabinets. The cabinet on the left is what you see in North America, with toe kick space on a frameless cabinet. On the right, you'll notice the European-style cabinet is made as a box, and then 4 individual leg levelers are added along the bottom. The toe kick snaps over the front leg levelers. These 4 leveling devices are independent, and they replace shims used to level domestic frameless cabinets. So what holds all the pieces of a cabinet together? Joints. Regardless of the cabinet type, you need joints, and there are a lot of them. Many are used to hold walls of cabinets together as well as the drawers. Simple drawers often use a rabbet joint. Complex drawer systems use the dovetail joint or finger joint in addition to construction adhesives to hold the box together. The face frames on framed cabinets will use either the mortise and tenon or the dowel joint, which could also be used in drawer construction. And the dado joint is vertical to accept the side panel of a framed cabinet.
Hi, I'm Rachel Kopchak. You'll see me throughout this AKBD on-demand course, both here and with experts in actual kitchens and baths to help you prepare to take the AKBD exam. It's time to talk core material. That's the stuff in the middle of the cabinet that is covered up with the nice finishes. Core material comes in 6 categories. Particle board and MDF medium density fiber boards offer great stability. A fire-rated composite core is available for commercial applications. Plywood gains its strength by alternating the direction of the layers of thin wood. Engineered combination board combines the attributes of both plywood and particle board. Bio-based architectural panels are made of recycled wheat stalks and are often referred to as wheat board or agriboard. Once you've selected the best core option based on your design, time to pick from one of 3 finish categories. Category 1 is melamine foil and vinyl surfaces. Thermally fused melamine, resin-impregnated foil, hot stamp transferred foils, and vinyl films. These finishes are typically the thinnest as well as the least expensive. Another category, laminate surfaces. The most common use of high-pressure laminates would be for countertop surfaces. However, a thinner version makes a very durable finish for cabinetry. You also have acrylic polyester lacquer. Those are all used for contemporary finishes and can be buffed to a high gloss finish. This spray-on finish is typically used on flat doors. The third category is natural wood and is the most popular. Each one of the species listed will have their own advantages and possible disadvantages. Wood can be used for most design aspects from cabinets to doors. When you go with wood, you may also be asked, what kind of cut of wood do you want? Here is a breakdown. The least attractive cut is a flat cut or plain slicing, and it's the most economical. The quarter cut or rift cut produces more waste, but can accent the natural grain of the wood. Rift cuts are mostly used for oak and can be done on other wood species. The rotary cut produces thin veneers used for plywood and other decorative surfaces. Most stock cabinetry uses blank as its box construction material. A, solid wood, B, plywood, C, engineered or particle board, D, thermofoil. The answer is C, engineered or particle board. Currently, most stock cabinets are made with engineered or particle board. Other wood materials are available on semi-custom and custom cabinets. The standard depth for kitchen cabinets is either 12 inches or 24 inches deep. Wall cabinets are 12 inches. Tall cabinets are typically either 12 inches or 24 inches deep. Base cabinets are 24 inches deep. Stiles are the vertical members of the face frame or framed cabinets. They are typically solid wood with dimensions of 1.5 inches in width by 3/4 inches in depth. Center stiles are present on double door cabinetry. Rails are the horizontal members of framed cabinets. Mid-rails will be present to separate drawers or drawers and doors. They are the same dimensions as the stiles. Two of the most common methods for joining the rails to the stiles are mortise and tenon and dowel joints. The tenon is a projecting part of the rail, and the rectangular opening in the stile is a mortise. Glue, as well as pins, will lock the joint in place. A notch is cut into the vertical stile, the same width as the cabinet side. Since this notch is not on the edge of the stile, it is considered to be a dado joint. When the side panel of the cabinet is glued into place, a 1/4 inch gap remains between the edge of the side panel and the exposed side of the stile. This gap is typically a 1/4 inch and is referred to as a reveal. When two framed cabinets are butted together, a gap of 1/2 inch may exist between the sides of the two cabinets. When placing the wall cabinet beside a tall cabinet, care must be taken to fill that 1/4 inch gap, or the wall cabinets won't line up with the base cabinets. A filler strip can be cut to a 1/4 inch, but you may prefer batten molding. It is pre-stained in exactly the same width needed to fill the gap. Batten molding is also very useful in other parts of the kitchen during installation. Another more expensive option is to fill the entire area with a full 1/4 inch panel. Now, this panel is also used when the designer needs flush sides on exposed ends of a wall base or tall cabinet. If you are working with semi-custom, custom, or millwork cabinetry, then you can specify flush sides as a finish option. The toe kick area of most cabinets will be unfinished. It is your responsibility to order plenty of toe kick for the project. Now, the toe kick typically comes in 8-foot lengths to be attached by the cabinet installer after the cabinets are in place. Remember, the toe kick area underneath base cabinets is open and can be used for mechanical access. For example, water lines to refrigerators can run through this space. In this example, you'll notice that the ductwork for the floor register has been designed to force the air out through the front of an opening cut in the base cabinet. Now, once the finished toe kick is in place, the register will be attached to the toe kick area of the base cabinet. The strength of frameless cabinets will be in the sides and the top and bottom of the box. Material used for the sides, top, and bottom of framed cabinets will serve the same purpose on frameless cabinets. Dowels are normally used for joining frameless cabinets. If the cabinet is assembled at the job site, the dowels may be replaced with a simple locking mechanism. 5mm holes are typically used in frameless cabinets. These holes must be evenly spaced 32mm apart because they will have many different uses. Shelf clips, drawer guides, hinges, and other accessories will be fastened in these universally sized and spaced holes. The strength of a frameless cabinet is in its sides, top, and bottom of each box. Cross members replace tops in base cabinets. Drawers for framed and frameless cabinets are typically made of solid wood or engineered wood. However, some frameless cabinet manufacturers incorporate a metal drawer side that includes the drawer guide. Also, note how the door hardware is attached to the 32mm spaced holes in the side panel of the cabinet. The shelf clip for a half-depth or full-depth center shelf can be placed in the same holes as the door hardware. The backs of frameless cabinets can be relatively thin because they offer no real structural support. The toe kick area is typically unfinished when the cabinet is delivered to the job site. Once all of the cabinets have been installed, the 8-foot strips of toe kick will be added for a finished look.
So far, we've covered the 4 types of cabinets you can order, the materials they come in, the terminology on how to put them together, and the differences between framed and frameless. We'll go over the nomenclature for base, wall, and tall cabinets in a few minutes. What we haven't talked about yet are cabinet doors. There are 3 door options for framed cabinets. A semi-overlaid door and drawer. It will be slightly larger than the openings. An inset door will fit inside of the drawer and door openings. And a full overlay door will cover most of the cabinet frame and give the appearance of a frameless cabinet. You can see the difference in a semi-overlay and full overlay door here. The variation for both doors can vary from manufacturer to manufacturer. Here's an example of an inset door. This kitchen was a winner in the National Kitchen and Bath Association Professional Design Contest. Some manufacturers have actually created a full overlay door to give the appearance of an inset door. This example is of a complete door. The outside frame is part of the door, not the cabinet. Sidebar: the size of the door is not an option when using frameless cabinets. The door will always be slightly smaller than the box to which it is attached. This traditional look is done with the 5-piece door. Here you can see the panel is raised. You may also see them arched. This traditional style is accomplished with the thin, flat panel surrounded by a frame. If a center style is added to wider doors, we'd call that a shaker kitchen. This is a modern contemporary style done with flat or slab doors with no frame. Add some color and different hardware and you can make this as modern or traditional as you like. Beaded board or board and batten doors are also available from many manufacturers. Glass doors can be mixed with wood doors in your design as well. Here's another award-winning design using at least 3 different door styles. Raised panel square doors were used in the base areas with arched doors for most of the wall cabinets. Arched glass doors were used in a portion of the kitchen. The plan was completed using open wall storage in some areas. In this image, we have a face frame cabinet. What is the name of this vertical member labeled A? And what is the name of this horizontal member labeled B? The answer for A is stiles. Those are the vertical members of the face frame of framed cabinets. The answer for B is rails. Those are the horizontal members of framed cabinets.
All right, now that you know the difference between framed and frameless cabinetry and the 3 types of cabinet doors that you can choose from, let's show you an example in a real kitchen.
I am here with Jeanette Steeves, and we are going to talk all about the 2 main types of cabinets. There's framed and frameless.
That's right.
And that's fairly self-explanatory.
Yes.
But it's not as easy, right? There's some differences.
Yes, there are some differences. We're going to look at them right here. This is what makes the difference between a framed and frameless. This is the frame. The frame is inside the opening itself, and it is this rail here and the stile that goes up. And in a frameless cabinet, we don't have those pieces. So it's a lot easier to get larger pieces into the cabinet.
And the cabinets, you can order them in 4 main types. There's stock, semi-custom, custom, and millwork, which is maybe not as popular in the kitchen and bath. But
Yes.
what are some of the differences between the different types?
The stock cabinets are in stock, that's why they're called stock. So they're going to ship faster than a custom. Obviously, a custom will have to be designed and configured as well as fabricated according to your specifications. That's what makes them custom. The semi-custom is a combination of some stock and some custom. And we can customize those cabinets to fit your needs. We can also go into the finishes with these cabinets. Usually the stock cabinets are going to come in a limited variety of finishes.
Right, you don't get as many choices.
No.
And that's depending on your client, what you want. You're going to want to order custom if they want a very special type of wood species that isn't very common.
Exactly.
And that's just planning, right?
Yes, it is. I will point out that the cherry is very popular today. However, you need to understand that cherry is going to darken with time and exposure to air, oxygen, and light. So you have to be careful and make sure your client knows that. It's going to be darker.
What are some of the other ones?
This is another cherry, same species, but a different finish on it. So you can get a variety of looks from most of the species by specifying the finish on them.
And this is one of the really popular ones as well, right?
It is.
And this is not framed.
No, it is not. It is a frameless generally, and this is a slab. We call this a slab door. It is very popular primarily due to its maintenance. This is easy to clean, easy to keep clean. Let me point out with this one, for instance, anytime there is a horizontal piece, there's going to be gathering of dust. This is another one that's also very popular, very decorative. It has this rope detail in it and then several layers of molding, as well as the protruding panel here in the center and the detailing on the edge. It's also got a little bit of a roughed finish here that is intentional. It gives it a lot of character and makes it look as though it's been here for a while.
Well, now you've seen different types of cabinets, so now it's time to review the basic cabinet codes, nomenclature, and sizes. Now this is important because you're going to use this knowledge a lot when you're designing a typical kitchen. The following information is also in Appendix A of the Kitchen and Bath Products and Materials book. Basic kitchen cabinetry is broken up into 3 groups: base cabinets, which, as you would expect, rest on the floor; wall cabinets, which hang on the wall; and tall cabinets, which cover utility cabinets, oven cabinets, and others. A single letter will be at the beginning of a code that will identify each individual and unique cabinet used in your design. We'll deal with only the first 3 letters. Let's start with the wall cabinet category. The industry standard for a wall cabinet is 12 inches deep. Therefore, when a nomenclature starts with a W, there's a good chance that the cabinet is 12 inches deep and designed to be mounted on the wall. The majority of kitchens sold in North America will have a top alignment height of 84 inches. Stock wall cabinets are typically made in 3-inch increments. The heights of these cabinets are normally divisible by 3. The W3015 above would indicate a cabinet 12 inches deep, 30 inches wide, and 15 inches high. 12 inches and 15 inches high cabinets are normally placed over refrigerator, above the range microwave, and range hoods, generally less than 6 inches in height. 18-inch high wall cabinets are most commonly used above standard 6-inch high range hoods. Another convenient use for this height cabinet would be above a sink when a window isn't there. 24-inch high cabinets aren't that popular, but they're commonly used above islands and peninsulas. When they're placed above a counter, many of these cabinets can be accessed through doors on both sides. Now, this type of cabinet would be called a peninsula wall cabinet. In that case, the nomenclature might be PW3324. The most popular cabinet height in a standard kitchen is 30 inches. When it's placed 18 inches above a 36-inch high counter, the cook has easy access to everything stored on the bottom and second shelf. Shorter cooks may have to stretch a little for items stored on the top shelf. This is a good location for items that are used less often. Since this height is so popular, it's not uncommon to find 30-inch high cabinets available in 3-inch widths from 9 inches to 48 inches. Frameless cabinets may not have a 45-inch or 48-inch option. To maximize storage in a kitchen with an 8-foot high ceiling or higher, your client may request cabinets that reach all the way up to the ceiling. Now, regardless of the height, the bottom of the wall cabinet shouldn't extend below 51 inches to 54 inches off the floor. Cabinets that are 21 inches or less will typically have one door, and the designer must indicate left or right hinge location. At a 24-inch width, you may find either single-door cabinets or two doors that butt together in the center. Now, most cabinets that are 27 inches or more in width will have two doors. In this example, we see a 36-inch wide by a 36-inch high cabinet placed on an 8-foot wall. If the designer chose a 6-inch crown molding to go on top of the cabinet, the gap would be closed between the top of the cabinet and the ceiling. 42-inch high wall cabinets would fill the remaining space above the cabinet but leave little room for any molding. These taller cabinets are used quite often when the ceiling height exceeds 8 feet. Typically, a cabinet nomenclature will show the type of cabinet, followed by a cabinet width and then height. In here, the cabinet over the refrigerator is 12 inches deep, 36 inches wide, and 15 inches high. This cabinet would make it difficult for the average cook to reach its contents, and it would be identified as W3615. If the client's budget allows, here's a solution for better storage over the refrigerator. The refrigerator cabinet is now 24 inches deep. With that additional depth, extra support will be required at the front of the cabinet. So this cabinet is supported by a panel on the left side and attaches to the right side by a stud in the wall. Now, the nomenclature for this extended depth is indicated as W361524, the final 24 representing the new depth. Not all manufacturers will use the same nomenclature. The nomenclature for the same cabinet could be WR3615, with the R representing refrigerator or a 24-inch depth. Another nomenclature used for this same cabinet might be RW3615 or refrigerator wall 36 wide, 15 inches high. In other words, there's no standard nomenclature used exclusively by the kitchen and bath industry. Good luck on that one. The nomenclature for base cabinets is a little easier to understand than wall cabinets, since base cabinets are a standard 24 inches depth with a fixed height of approximately 34.5 inches. The only thing we need to know is the width of the box. The cabinet highlighted in yellow in this example is 24 inches deep, 34.5 inches high, with the width of 18. Notice the nomenclature only identifies the width. The R represents the location of the door hinge. Single-door base cabinets with a drawer range in width from 12 inches to 24 inches. A 3-drawer base cabinet 18 inches wide may appear in your catalog with either one of these nomenclatures. Here are two options for a 4-drawer base cabinet 18 inches wide. Once we reach a width of 27 inches, the base cabinets will have 2 doors and, in most cases, 2 drawers. Some cabinet makers will use a single drawer in a B27 and B30. The maximum standard width for a base cabinet is 48 inches. Our final base cabinet shows a cabinet without drawers. The SB36 would typically be used for a sink and therefore it wouldn't have a shelf. However, a range base 36 may have a shelf, but like the SB36, wouldn't need any drawers. The final category is tall cabinets. The T is replaced in the nomenclature with either the letter U for utility, P for pantry, or O for oven. Utility cabinets, and occasionally pantry cabinets, can be found in wall cabinet depths of 12 inches. The U18-1284R would represent a broom closet, 18 inches wide, 12 inches deep, and 84 inches high, and it's hinged on the right side. The 84-inch high cabinet would align perfectly with 30-inch wall cabinets. If the designer was using 30-inch high wall cabinets, the best height for a tall cabinet might be 90 inches. A pantry or utility cabinet 24 inches deep could be very convenient for storage in any kitchen or utility area. Adjustable shelving or roll-out trays would allow easy access to items stored inside. 12 inches and 24 inches are standard depths. However, your manufacturer may offer additional depths such as 15, 18, and 21. Unique accessories for pantry cabinets are available from most manufacturers. A pantry cabinet would typically be between 30 inches and 36 inches in width. Some semi-custom, custom, and millwork manufacturers will frequently have additional widths. A standard depth for oven cabinets would be 24 inches deep. The width will vary depending on the size of the built-in oven or ovens. SO might represent an oven cabinet designed for a single oven. DO would indicate a double oven, or a cabinet designed for 2 ovens, or an oven-microwave combination. In addition to oven cabinets, your manufacturer may include in their cabinet catalog tall specialty cabinets, such as a tall dishwasher cabinet or a tall microwave cabinet. Stock cabinet manufacturers may offer a universal oven cabinet made to fit either a single oven or double oven or a combination oven-microwave. Now, these cabinets will typically have wider than normal rails and stiles, and this allows the installer to cut the opening to fit the oven specified by the designer. If a double oven is requested by the client, drawers can be removed to increase the vertical height of the opening. The same modification can be made to install a combination microwave oven unit. Basic cabinet codes, nomenclature, and sizes is also in Appendix A of the Kitchen and Bath Products and Materials book. Guess what? No, it's not quiz time, but it is the end of course number 1. Woo-hoo! By now you should be able to explain the differences between stock, semi-custom, custom, and millwork cabinetry, and also discuss the differences in cabinet construction and identify cabinetry by standard industry nomenclature. Up next in course number 2 is cabinet applications and installation, where we'll identify the type of cabinetry and accessories that will save the client time when working in their kitchen.
The information included in this course and each of the 150 questions on the AKBD exam are drawn from the NKBA Professional Resource Library volumes. It is highly recommended to study the books prior to sitting for the exam. The books, as well as a study guide, exam prep flashcards, and a practice exam, are available for purchase in the NKBA online store. The Professional Resource Library books and the NKBA Kitchen and Bathroom Planning Guidelines are also available in ebook format at Wiley.com and other online retailers.